Hello, Year 10. This is a video to talk you through the Believed in God test, and the mark scheme is here. Get rid of that. I'm going to talk you through the possible answers you could have given, just so if you lost marks anywhere, you can be absolutely sure how you could have gained them. The first question of question 1 was, what does natural evil mean? And for 2 marks, which is quite generous, I think, but all you had to say was evil that is caused without humans or by natural disasters or without any human intention, or something along the lines of evil or suffering which is created through nature and not through humans. Of course, that is the opposite of moral evil. B was, do you think television or radio programs or films can affect a person's attitude to belief in God? Give 2 reasons for your point of view. For 4 marks here, you have to give opinion with 2 developed reasons. Marks were lost here on occasion because answers were too vague without being specific, or they weren't linked back to the question. What you want to be careful of here is simply giving fairly broad answers which show no real knowledge of how television or radio film programs can do this. So try and refer to things like Bruce Almighty, like Only Fools and Horses, like the Simpsons episode, like God on Trial. Actually refer to specific examples to be guaranteed of that 4 marks. C was how followers of one religion respond to the problem of unanswered prayers. For 8 marks, of course, we've gone over this before. There's 4 brief reasons, 2 developed or 1 very well developed, and ideas you could have brought in here. The fact that God may think we need to work to achieve our dreams, or our prayers may conflict with another person's prayers. So if you pray for one thing, another person prays for the same thing. If you're going for the same job or something, then how can he answer that? Answers prayers in an unexpected way, or perhaps later, or may not answer prayers that they don't benefit people. He may have a long-term plan for us, and they could cause a loss of faith. A few of you mentioned this, of course. You didn't necessarily have to defend God and say why he didn't. You could have just said they could have responded by losing faith. So those things you could have brought in there to be nice and specific about reasons why he wouldn't answer prayers. And the final question, the 6 marker, no one should be an atheist. Do you agree? Give reasons for your opinion, and then why people disagree. So if you wanted to agree, you could have said things like no one should. I've got should twice there. That shouldn't be there. No one should, because religious experiences means people should believe in God. Far too many shoulds in that line there. I regret that. But the point is, it's saying that religious experiences are so convincing that God must exist. Similarly, designing cosmological arguments can logically prove his existence, so they are arguments for his being. And you may even also say that if you're an atheist, then some religious people would think you're going to go to hell. And so that's why you shouldn't be an atheist. So those were 3 off the mark scheme. If you wanted to disagree, you could have said that, hold on, there's no scientific proof for God. Everyone has the right to think what they like, and the freedom to choose. And you could have brought in the problem of evil, suggesting that God doesn't exist, and so that gives someone reason to be an atheist. So that's question 1. You may have chosen that one. If you chose question 2, it is coming up. Let's do this. First question of question 2 is, what does omnibenevolent mean? And for 2 marks, you had to say the belief that God is all loving, all good, fully merciful, completely kind, something along those lines. B was, do you think that religious experiences prove that God exists? Give 2 reasons your point of view. Same as before here, just make sure that you're very specific with your reasons. Try and mention things like the numinous, conversion, prayer, etc., miracles. The more specific RE knowledge you can give, the better. It's very easy for an examiner to spot someone who's not really revised and is just sort of making up common sense answers. That will get you so far. It won't get you the top answers. C was explain how the argument from design may lead to belief in God. So what you need to do here is show a convincing ability to recite this argument and how it could lead to belief in God. So, of course, William Paley said if you found a watch, you think it had been designed because it's complex and has a purpose. That's how the time. So that's key. The watch is complex and has a purpose. And then in the same way, you make a comparison or an analogy to point out the similarities with the world. There's complexity and purpose. Give specifics, DNA, seasons, laws of science. Therefore, due to this comparison, this similarity, our world must also have had a designer, and the only being strong enough to do this must be God. So that's how you get 8 marks. What you don't need to do here is start to go into criticisms of this argument and to why people may agree or disagree with it. It's purely how it may lead to belief in God. So you could have given a few strengths of it. That would be fine because it's about leading to belief. But criticisms you did not need. And the last question, there are no solutions to the problem of evil and suffering. If you'd said no to this, there are no solutions. You would actually be saying no, there are no solutions. So you're actually double negative. This would be saying, yes, there are solutions. You could say, religious people say it's a test of our faith, what's a punishment, helps us learn, appreciates good, balances good within our world, caused by the devil or free will. So there's all the reasons why. I might actually change this. Disagree, because that's a little bit confusing, isn't it? Disagree. Otherwise you end up with a double negative. You disagree with this to say yes, there are solutions. If you want to say agree, there are no solutions. If anybody's still following this, there are no solutions because you could say these solutions are bad. Some people may have no faith to be tested, and children can't be punished, especially if babies are struck down with evil. Do we need this amount of suffering to learn? Wouldn't we rather have no free will and enjoy a life free from suffering? So those are a whole load of problems just here with these solutions. What you wouldn't want to do in this question is simply say, oh, here's the problem of evil, God should be all powerful to stop it, etc., etc. That's just restating the problem. What they're asking you to do was to state whether the solutions were good enough or not. So a few of you gave fantastic descriptions of the problem of evil in your agree side to say, yeah, no, there's no solutions. That this problem of evil is a very big problem, but you'd have to have given problems for the solutions. So that's it. Very well done, and I hope this was useful. If you have any further questions about why you gained or lost marks, do come and let me know. Okay, bye.